Ready. More Starminer. I just extended the station a bit while the stream was starting. I put a manufacturing thingamabobber on it. New solar array. And just a bit more storage. I'll do it for now. And I think I need more batteries, and I actually need more power when the manufacturing is on. So let me put a battery over there. Or two. Hey Trouble, how's it going? I was gonna do Star Citizen, but I started it up.
Construction completed.
I loaded in and all the stuff was on the ground of the hangar, and the cargo grid is not working properly, and I was like, nah. We'll wait.
Construction completed.
You know what I do need to build? I need to build a gate. If I build a gate and do the whole trade ship thing. It was working, but I was like, it's gonna be so much effort and stuff just to get things done. I was like, nah. Like my cargo grid in my own hangar is just, there's so little space left that it's ghosted, and so I couldn't go out and do like a large scale operation and bring back stuff.
Construction completed.
$700 of everything. Okay. Not actually that bad. Let's build that. You have detached. You have plenty to go. Oh, I need you to come down here and get your mass driver back. Our frigate is just sitting there. Do you know what I'm gonna build? We need to build a little sensor ball.
Construction completed.
only problem with the sensors is that they need a person to work it, so...
Construction completed. Construction completed.
Hey, hooked. Yeah, I think everyone has that. I have not seen anyone that that station. I think the station's just not in the game.
Construction completed. Construction completed. Construction completed. Construction completed.
Ah, we were under it. I couldn't
Construction
angle.
completed. Construction completed. Construction completed. Construction completed. Construction completed.
Skinning down 3 ships, yeah. I'm using the commander to jump around local systems.
Construction completed.
I think it has integrated construction as well, doesn't it? Oh, it has a refinery as well. So it is kind of useful. It's useful for setting up your starter.
Low energy.
You know what I mean? I don't usually build these. I can't. Do I not have a tier 2 thruster there? Huh. Okay. That's what I'm in the process of doing. So we've built our first solar array. We have the second one starting on Neptune. Yeah, Triton. That's why he's over there, and then the commander is somewhere. Oh, is here? No, it's over there. Yeah. Just checking things out.
Autopilot online.
Where are you? I'm gonna manually fly you because last time things happened. You want the dedicated combat ship? That's my dedicated combat ship right there. Show it to you in a second, if it's of any use to you. Karoo.
Scanners online.
I put 4 scanners on it so I don't have to move it. There's no maneuvering required, just everything in front of it gets scanned. The thing is, though, you want your dedicated mining stuff to be in the area that they're mining, whereas the commander can go to a new area, set up that initial build thing, and then you build copies of it so that you don't have to jump them around. So each area becomes independent of needing anything other than maybe the Pannonia to come in and gather resources. Take them somewhere else. Water's over there. I don't know if this bug is still in the game, but as someone was saying, if we attach down the silicate, we'll get silicate for the whole rock, maybe. It's something that people, I would imagine, get confused about, is if you start maneuvering to try and correct a drift, all you're doing is adding more speed, and it's going to take longer for your ship to stop. You always let your ship come to a complete stop, or a very near complete stop. It'll be easier to maneuver. No, they do not. Nope, the simulation does not continue when you are not in system, unfortunately.
Autopilot online.
Let me see. We're still going. Good, good, good. We need 300 more silicon. Yeah, I agree, yeah. We'll get the Cobalt over as well. Oh yeah, this is my combat ship. I built it around the shield generator. Main weapons are the two mass drivers. It's got two plasma cannons backing it up. 4 assault lasers on the front. A couple of Gatling cannons on the sides here, just in case. And then a room for more weapons.
Shields online.
And it needs more crew because they replaced that gun. You can see we have like inverted solar panels. It's about on the brink of being okay for energy. And we have the shield just about covering the front of the ship. Because we're going to be facing the enemy. Though I don't really need to shield that. Yet.
Shields offline.
Our mass drivers have 60% increased range, so they hit out to nearly 3 kilometers. Our plasma cannons start hitting at 1700 meters. And then these guys are just point defense, basically. And it fits in the Pannonia. Now, there it is. Get one more crew member. My only problem is that the mass driver tends to shoot itself. Like for energy we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Was that 13 or so tier 1s and 4 tier 2s? Missile turrets? Yeah. I was thinking about putting missile turrets on this. Like the look of the missiles. Needs radar to require target. You have that. We need thorium. Nice bit of iron there. Yeah, I think if you're going to be using the missiles, you're going to be using solely missiles, though, right? And like, I don't like the small Gatling gun because it uses so much ammo. Because it's using an ammo per shot, not per volley. We can bring Pannonia back here, though, and make this gate. Oh, actually, no, I need to go over to where Pannonia is. We haven't finished setting up over there yet. I was thinking about building a carrier. But a frigate carrier. They look interesting to me. Plenty of iron. I'm gonna put another water storage here. Alright, yeah, more cobalt. Oh, that's the gate. So we need thorium for the gate. Not much of that in this area right now.
Scanners offline.
Our little frigate sitting there. Ready to go. So weird that it does that sometimes. Okay, anyway, research.
Upgrade complete.
Do that. And then we're going over to here. So I didn't put any kind of mining drill or anything on this. Yeah, that caught my attention when I was reading it. It was like, oh yeah, this shipyard builds frigates. Like, frigates? That's a very specific term that's not ever used in the game anywhere else. So that was cool, yeah. Controlling them is a little bit of a thing, but hopefully they can add a bit to that later. They're like a defensive thing, really. It's got missile launchers, guns, and lasers. And very, very basic AI. You're in Triton Pirate Outpost. So am I. That's where I meant to go. I clicked the wrong system, but we have to finish this mission here. That's where we're building the gate. Not the gate, the array. I have not myself crashed into anything in this run so far. We have had a couple of ships randomly explode, a couple of ships explode due to the Tier 4 bug, and a couple of ships died. Nope, that asteroid's not there. Autopilot. I am in Jupiter Gate system because I believe that's where you have to... Yeah, that's where you actually have to build the gate. So I'm just setting myself up there so that when we come around to building the gate, we're just going to build the gate. Going to have everything there ready to go. What, like 4 left to do here? I wonder if I can save that refinery now and save that as a blueprint. They're not changing anything. Why is that? Currently, if we would throw on the boosters, it sends us into a loop-to-loop. Probably because of the way I built the ship, I have more stuff on top. Hey, Brandonful, how's it going? My head is still fried, so I didn't know what to play, so more Starminer. Done. Okay.
Scanners offline.
Not visited Ashrock Belt? I'm pretty sure we did visit Ashrock Belt, right? That's why there's a big red exclamation point there, because there was stuff there. Good Ghost Drift. Oh, there's a nest here too. Okay. Is this nest alone? If you attack a nest, do things spawn around it? Oh no, never mind. They're popping in. Okay. There's shenanigans there too. Oh Jesus, bird! Nope. Slow to ask scrap. You can't get rid of your own ship, which is kind of. Oh yeah, Loki Station. This was my first refinery. Alright, we'll leave him there for a minute. And then we'll go do what I actually meant to do. Let's go over here. Please tell me the music is not messed up already. Yeah, so we're building our next array here. Oh yeah, you can do that. Yeah, you can put it into power storage. But I mean, for example, here. These are the remnants of the pirate stations. You can't scrap this module. Wait. Oh, there's two. There's two modules here. For example, I own this. It's technically a station. I need to put a node on it. You know, I can't scrap a module like that. Even if I build a node. I built a node that was in the middle of like 4 of these, and I couldn't connect to this because it's not in operation.
Construction completed.
Do, 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 do. Leave the iron. Or cobalt. Mainly silicon. Silicates. Right, she's built. Well, part storage is for your ordnance, mainly, in my eyes. I did a little bit of parts disassembly by accident, and it's fine, but yeah.
Mining online.
Yeah, it does. Cameron, thank you for the sub on YouTube, but
Yeah, we need a ton of iron. And there's all the silicates coming over. He's belting away there. Yeah, like if you look at this, right, and we go to Earth. Don't mind that. That's right, I took the other guys. Oh, yeah, so I was thinking, man, this really reminds me of like something like a Kushan frigate. No, it reminds me of the starter ship from Freelancer. Whatever that was called, I can't remember. Dig in hole. Diggy diggy hole.
Construction completed. Warning, low energy.
This is all that remains of our first solar array, one of our miners that was attached to that rock, and the ship that I was using for hauling, all detonated with the bug that used to be there. But that bug is now fixed, so there's our finished solar array. Okay, this is our light combat ship. Literally a plasma cannon to assault lasers. That's it. I don't know why I have two cargo bays on it. Way to attach your stuff. Make more of them. My plan is to have a... Well, this is just the refinery you get from the start. I extended onto it a little bit. We're making ordnance here. And then my plan is to have like 2 of these. So we can just print these out. Beautiful. You back the whole thing up in the panini? That's fair. I brought the Rig Mark 1 that we start with in the campaign, and the combat ship, the commander. I wasn't using the commander, so I was just dragging him around. I only recently
Scanners online.
made the commander usable. Certainly painful. I could imagine. Well, that was the wrong button. There's miners in this game? Well, I don't think child labor is legal in space, is it? As long as they're not drinking. Hey Morpheus, I am very much enjoying it. Sorry, whenever this song comes on, I kind of like to just throw on an orbit. Definitely has its bugs, needs more development, all that kind of stuff, but no, it's a solid game. If you like a very slow-paced logistics with slight combat. The controls will take a bit used to for some people, but they're actually pretty good. There's the basic automation is in the game, kind of, as you can see here. Our mining drill up here. I don't know why it's showing me this. So he's mining here after we built this. Automatically sends it down there after he collects a certain amount of chunks. The fuel for the commander should be easier to attain. It's thorium, isn't it? I haven't done much with it. I'm just using solar. Again, it's I think 5 main devs with some people helping out. 4 gigabyte game. I'm kind of looking forward to getting these built and going into the next system, because I want to see, like, this is your starting area. There's a couple of other areas that I still haven't been to around here. Actually, can I jump here? Oh, I need to bring him back to Earth so I can jump him around, or I need to build a new one. We go out here, you have Earth, Neptune, where we have, you know, a couple of moons and a couple of spots on the moons. Jupiter, a couple of moons, same difference, a couple of spots around the moons. I haven't done much at Saturn at all, actually. Ooh, the shipyard. And then at the moment there's 2 other galaxies, solar systems, Lalande and Alpha Centauri. I haven't been to either. The only thing that shows up in either is what seems to be the gate site. So I'm presuming that this expands out once we get in there. And I haven't watched many videos or anyone else playing, so I don't know how much of it is in the early access. Yeah. The campaign definitely used some more information for the player to let them know what they're actually supposed to do. A lot of people were giving out that they got this early on. Like, yep, you got an objective. Yep, doesn't mean you need to go for it straight away. You probably need to go mining. This is a slow burn game. Like, take your time, build up your stuff, enjoy it. It's not a rush to the end, like most people think games are these days. Hey, Dragon. Dragon. Do you need tier 3 module to produce the fuel? Oh yeah, but it's at the end of the day, it's nuclear fuel, right? Like think Factorio. How long does it take you to get to nuclear in Factorio? It takes research. And you can just stick solar panels on it, so luckily we're gonna have plenty of iron here. Who knew in the first system there'd be plenty of iron? Oh yeah, and I suppose if I zoom out I can show this is basically the first system. So even if you just wanted to mine up the resources and stuff, it's going to take you a while. Perfect. We're going to have to bring Pannonia back here just to get some iron. But if I'm bringing Pannonia back here, I might as well pick up the commander, or no, I'm going to build a new commander. I'm supposed to go back to your point, Morpheus. Is the game any good? For me, yes. Obviously, it's not going to be for everyone. It's slow-paced. A nice vibe to it. Most things are working as intended. The UI is probably the buggiest part, along with the missions. You'll see that when we jump into a new area, it keeps popping up the old mission that we've done. And the missions aren't tracking all the time and stuff like that. There are things that break in the game after a little while and you have to save and reload. That's been getting better, and the devs have actually actively been patching, so you know, that's also good. What am I at now? I'm at 38 hours, which is not bad since Wednesday. So I've been enjoying it. And I keep harping on about it, but a big thing to note is that only the system you're in is active at any time. So if I jump back to here, if you remember how we left it off, those are the same pods that were coming over when we left 10 minutes ago. My research is maxed out? Yes, but my money is not. Although, we don't have that much to get. I need to get this next. Oh, do you know what? Get that. But anyway, we, yeah, you're out of iron now. Use 600 iron. Right, what I need to do... Look at all these. I need to put these on Bob. So we're going to cancel them. And we do any station to Bob. This is your automation as it stands. When he has less than 50, send it over. Any station to Bob. Silicates. He doesn't have huge storage, so I don't send more than 200. And thorium. Ding, ding. It's a clever way of automating. It's handy, yeah. I'm hoping that we get like commander level AI for these ships that we can set up like traders. Basically that we can add stops to him, you know? They're like, oh, fly to this station and pick up 1,000 cobalt when it has 1,000 cobalt, and then fly over here and sell it. You know what I mean? I don't know if we're gonna get that though. Wait. They're all the little drones. Little markers for the drones. Can't do that with the trade ships. I haven't used the trade ships yet, so I don't know. I always got the impression that you could trade between regions, but if the other regions don't work, you'd lose a tier 2 container every time. Well, yeah, you can automate that, or no, you can't automate that because you have to go into the container and say, here, sell these goods, which is just another way of selling it. Yeah, but as you say, you lose a container every time. But you still have to go and tell that container should be in it. That's actually why we're setting up the gate in Jupiter Gate. To mess around with that. But I meant the trade ships from the shipyard, because the shipyard could build the trade ships as well. I'm curious if they can like transport between stations and stuff.
Mining offline.
Okay, so when he hits 50 iron, it's probably going to be the refinery that sends over 200 iron. There we go. Oh, really? So they transport the tier 2 bins from station to station? That's good. We're chunking up on the thorium coming over from our other miner. Refinery is sending over silicate. Okay, repair. Your game has been crashing when you've been playing with officers. What have you been doing with the officers? We don't have any in this system.
Mining online.
Training them and using them on station. I've only activated one, but I deactivated him because his bonuses were worse than mine. So I'm still training up my officers back in Earth because it was overriding my bonus. We have the refining bonus, right? Refining speed. Oh, refining efficiency, 49%. Yep. I tested it out. I can go there now, hold on. The audio just cut out. Oh, well, not the audio, the music cut out. Yeah, there's definitely some bugs. So if I go into my refinery here, you can see that we're getting 13 per one that's processed, and okay, he's now up to that level, but we got him to level 1, so he had a 10% bonus. So when it restarted the process, we were getting 11. So I shut him off and put myself back in as just the standard bonus that we were getting. You gotta be careful of that when we activated him. So we could trade him up. The construction speed. Do we have a bonus for research speed? I don't really need it though. That's the problem at this stage. Oh. Now, I don't know if that's been patched since or anything, but that's what we found. Oh, you just finished here. Okay. Yeah. I was kind of hoping they'd stack. Get officers with skills you don't have, but like by the time you're leveling up to getting like regular officers, you have a lot of skills. You know, I don't know if there is a level cap. Using it as a way to chill after work? Yeah, it's a very nice chill game. I mean, if they stacked, that'd be great. But they didn't for us. I'll throw them on there in a second. In the crater, in the crater. You're getting there. Refinery station. Alright, so like we said, we're currently getting 13 output. It should stay at 13 if we activate this guy. So yeah, it's staying at 13, so we're not getting any additional bonus. Yeah, it's like Starsector officers, right? They have a max amount of skills they can get. Maybe it's going to be updated later down the line to be, I don't know, more useful. Anyway, we want to be where the Panoni is.
Construction completed.
Oh, Starsector's great. Does have a lot of commands indeed. So what we're going to do is jump the Pannonia to Earth, to the Great Spill. Once this thorium is on board. Actually, we'll jump to Jupiter Gate first. Alright, last of the thorium is on board, last of the cobalt is out. That's not what I said I was doing. Jupiter Gate travel. Mod sport is everything for games these days. May have gone a bit too far. Hello, Darker. How's it going? Starminer's good. It is good. Definitely a few bugs that the devs are working on, but very much enjoying it. I like the vibe, I like the pacing. The general idea is good. I am looking forward to seeing what else they do and what more like QOL they can put in and stuff like that. I like logistics stuff as well, you know? Alright, Cobalt is starting to pour out. How many hours did I put in? We're coming up to 4. No, wait, 30 or 40? We're coming up to 40. Would probably be more, but you know, I work full time, so unfortunately there's that. Oh, there, if you can see it, we'll go Alt V. Yeah. Alt V is free cam. We've all our water coming over from our miner over in that cloud. Yeah, I'd say like if you played like Era 1. Era 1 would be the
Completed.
closest current thing towards it. Similar build style and stuff, just different gameplay loop. That is the only reason I came here, to finish that. So we're gonna jump. We have enough fuel. I'll listen to that gobshite. And our refinery is 7 kilometers that way.
Warning, hull breach detected.
We'll be fine. A lot of stuff about to pour out of the station. The hexagons seem a bit intrusive. Which hexagons? Oh, you mean these? The build blocks? Or these? They are a bit intrusive, and one thing I'm looking for is being able to align to and fly to one of our own ships. We can't do that at the moment because if you left click, it won't do anything. Yeah, and you can't get rid of them either. So we're gonna grab all this, and then we're gonna go back to fire station. Unfortunately, I can't leave here to do something else. Genesis also won. I'm gonna have to look it up now. Is it on Steam? Interesting. Different types of faction modules and stuff. Interesting. Tip of the spear, that should be iron. Might as well continue scanning. What's the name of the starter ship from Freelancer? Going to the crawl spaces, declared infestations every so often. On. Scan that one, scan that. Still transferring. Gonna take a while. All right. Oh, you can't rotate them? Speed things up. Oh, I just realized. Yeah, that's funny. I didn't leave any silicates there to build anything. You know, all that stuff that's pouring out of the station right now. Nice. So we realign this guy to be level with this. He took out the pirate base, which was great. Cobalt. There we go. Get them finished.
Construction completed. Construction completed. Construction completed.
Excellent. Just throw more stuff down there. Curious what's going on there, though. Diggy Diggy Hole is starting to send out some more stuff, or has sent out some more stuff. Our munitions are finally out. Oh, yeah, turn off that orbit. So we're going to jump back to Triton Pirate Outpost. And everything is loaded, which it just did. Nice. We do 2k, so we have 2 shots with this. And then we have a bunch of stuff. We need even more thorium, but we're getting the thorium at the pirate outpost. We'll be able to get some more here as well, but again, we got to be here to do it. So I'd rather be sitting there with the solar array building. Now that could be a use for officers. If you got like an officer that could command a system and have it run under the control of the officer, while you're not there, you know? And then limit how many of them the player can have or something like that. But I don't know if that's possible for them. I missed that one, so we'll go there. It would be, yeah. It is. It depends on the limitations of the engine and the code, right? And what the devs actually want to do with their game. They might have different plans. It would just speed things up for the player, because at this point of the game, when you have multiple things in multiple sectors and they're not doing anything, it becomes a bit of a grind. I don't mind the grind, but, you know, for the sake of time. I know my builder over in Triton could be pumping resources into the solar array. All he's short on is iron, but he has the thorium, he has all the other stuff there. But that's just not happening while we're here. Vice versa, like, we know we could mine out a ton of iron and silicate here and be collecting it, have it ready to jump back over and collect, but we can't do that. So you have to be here and wait for it all to happen, and that's where the pacing comes into an issue with progression. It's not an engine issue to get started. Well, it depends on what their long-term goal is for the development. You know, again, early access, first, what, 4 days, 5 days of release? I've already got 40 hours out of it, so, you know, I'm doing okay. And I'm still in the Sol system. Hey, Vanguard. You're debating on getting in and watching stuff to see if you like it? That's a very handy way of doing it. What are you thinking you want out of the game? A lot of people ask me if it's like X4. It's like, no, they're two very different games. Not in a bad way, but they're just two very different games. But you always do? Yeah, I don't read reviews or Steam reviews anymore because they're all just... It's either glazing or bitching. Like, why isn't this exactly what I wanted? Because you didn't make it. Currently on an old potato to synchronize your old games. Have you seen the Warhammer Classic games? I don't know if you're into them, like for old games, but they all got like updated to run on 2K and all that kind of stuff, and on modern systems. So once I get time, I want to go through like Final Liberation, Chaos Gate, the original, and Mark of Chaos again. By the time I started PC gaming, I don't think I had anything that would run Final Liberation properly. Never played Warhammer. That's fair. Tip up the spears, send more iron to the refinery. You can send over the thorium, the cobalt, and the ordnance. Right, and then we're going to jump back to Triton. We've 96 fuel, so we have a few more jumps in us. It's the money we need to get. That's why I built the gate at Jupiter. Built the small gate at Jupiter Gate, where we're going to build the big gate. Yeah, so I'd love to disassemble this. I guess I could go... What? Put a node on it? Well, actually, yeah, let's just do that. Let's go here. Just put this over here. We're just going to build a node. And then we're going to fly this node over to the pirate outpost. Oh, I can't connect to it because it's not active. Crap. Okay, we can get them this one. Oh, I'm an idiot. I nearly made the same mistake. Remember that you have to put power on these things. Gonna float back up. Power and heat, yeah.
Construction completed. Warning, low energy. Construction completed. Construction completed.
Alright, I'll let it charge up a minute. Ding. Okay. Turn off our linear dampeners, so we just have to give it a little push. So what we can do is remember what we learned in the tutorial.
Warning, low energy.
Let me... Why aren't you letting me do the thing? There we go. It's so weird sometimes. Receive energy. There we go. What way is that? Jesus. Okay. You know what? I kind of want it at a 45-degree angle. Merge. Right, that's one out of the way. Fixing it up. Right, Pannonia. We're jumping back to Pirate Outpost, right? Oh look, the Pannonia is sending iron to Bob. Because Bob has a thing to get stuff from anyone. That works so much better. Put the automation on Bob and put the automation on whoever you want and put it on any station. Hey, deliver this stuff if you have it. Because if we jump out with Pannonia, I think it scuffs it a bit. Let's get closer. Get much closer. Again, like we're mining, you know what, cobalt and thorium in here, and nothing's happened since we left. Which is unfortunate. Should expand this though.
Construction completed.
Upgrade complete.
Not enough resources.
Fine.
Construction completed.
It'll be fine. Hey, Reflex, how's it going?
Construction completed. Construction completed.
Yeah, that's just much better there anyway.
Construction, not enough resources.
I'm just gonna let the iron refine here. Um, just do it that way. Go on, Ari. Ari.
Construction completed.
Can you build a solar anywhere? I believe so. I hope so. We have one built in, well, you build the one at each planet. As far as I'm aware, you can build them anywhere. If that's what you mean, the big arrays. Oh, actually, yeah, because you see Neptune 1 out of 6. I know the mission isn't ticking over. God, I wish Escape got you out of this. But I'm like, where... That's the pirate base. The mission markers are a problem. Yeah, I think at any point around any of the planets, we'll find out. Because if this doesn't complete and we don't get a mission out of it, then I don't know what I'm going to do. Because it doesn't tell you where it wants you to build them, and it doesn't tell you like what these are. But I know that this is where the pirate station was. And it doesn't, I don't know if it's like gonna tell me, should I build somewhere else, you know? Oh, there's a Neptune debris field. Yeah, we haven't visited anything here. So I'm just chancing my arm building these. It does say that like once you have all these built, you'll be able to power everything in the Sol system, so I don't think it should matter where they are, right? Oh, this is different. The Jupiter gate is now power level 29%. That's changed. Hold. I mean, I built that gate. Yeah, that's building up there, so that's a good sign. But we're going to focus on this so that we can get it built. So glad that we can actually get it built now.
Construction completed.
Do, 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 do. Oh yeah, I was wondering myself, what ship? I think my ship that had parts on it exploded. I always thought that like when you go into the build menu, and I think we used it once, but I'm not sure if it did use it. There would be a number there. Say you have one amounts of these, and I thought it used them, but I don't know. I couldn't say for sure if it did. I can't remember what ship or station they're on. But they have to be in the ship that's going to use them, I think. Not like in a build ship. I think. Because I think the build ship will just use resources if it's transferring to another ship. Should make that clear. Okay, we can turn all these back on as well. And I think we do a solar array on this side. And we'll do a parts storage. Do a metal storage. Do a node. And then we'll do
Construction completed.
thermal module. I haven't been doing much reassembling though. The T4 solar panel takes so long. Oh yeah, well it's kind of like the end game thing, right? Off the system, I think. You disassemble the mandrill and try to reassemble it. Were they in parts storage? Or were they like floating next to the station? They were in storage on that same station. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, like I said before, I'm not gonna say I know what something is doing when I don't. The game does need to explain a few things better. Oh, your angle is off. Yeah. German thick, but how do I see my shield cover? Just built one, but I can't see if it's actually protecting anything. Let me pop over to Jupiter. Not there. Here. Thank you for the follow, Rixa. Great. Shields. If you right click on the shield node, you can set its diameter because it's probably at 0. So I have that set to 136 meters, and then you can turn on your shields.
Shields online.
And you will physically see the shield coverage. Visually see. Jesus Christ. Words are hard. My one piece of advice to anyone who's playing this game is right click every module, go into management and see what it does. Because a lot of people will probably forget that you can send energy from your nodes. You know, stuff like that. Same with like the habitation module, hires crew.
Shields offline.
Yeah, and then the diameter affects how much energy it uses.
Construction completed.
Hence, I only have it stretching over the front end of the ship. Hey Neo, why are you pissed now? Let's go back to Neptune. Oh, is that what's happening? Yeah, because mine keep blowing themselves up too. Well, they haven't been too bad. They usually like do it once or twice and then they line up properly. $2,200. Ours is 2,700. Was 2690, I mean. How? I think increase the mass driver range by 30%. Kinetic weapon damage. I'm not sure how, but hold on, let me double check that. No, 2720 now. Where do I get the second perk from? I had no idea. There's our stats. Our plasma cannons are hitting at 1690. Oh, 1690, that was it. We've no range bonus on this, but our damage per second is plus 90%. Huh. Overall weapon damage, yeah. Mass driver range, yeah. Oh. I don't know. Where did I get the plasma range bonus? From... I'm pretty sure I thought I took an energy range bonus. Plasma cannon range by 30% from a character modifier. Bombs are great. You've never seen that? Yeah, it's a roll thing, isn't it? We'll soon be getting a new thing. We'll see what that is. Right, I need to go back. I want to get this done, and then we can come back to Jupiter and actually build here. We've checked out all of that with the commander. Currently around Europa. We've checked both of them. We've been to Red Eye Gate. We've checked that. So we've checked everywhere here. I'm just going to bring the commander... Oh wait, yeah, I can just click him here. That's right. So if I go to Jupiter Gate, click the commander, travel. I do not know if there's a max character level. We were talking about that a little bit earlier. Max character level is 11? Oh. I guess we'll have to go into the files. That's like saying your max character level in Starsector is 15. But nope. No, it's 29. A respec would be cool. You could pay to respec or something. So you can sit here. Oh yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Let's put a mining laser on the front of this. Can't. Yeah, enter build mode. Click this. And it'll give you this. And then you can move that around as your starting location. Also, this is how you use blueprints. So if I do this and go up to here, we can make our blueprints. So let's make one of our Fhiachs. Brilliant. I have noticed that loading blueprints crashes the game. I have started to notice that. It does tell you about creating blueprints. It doesn't tell you how to use them. You want to split up your uncle's old 12 single shot by accidentally loading a very hot magnum shell. Didn't gain any popularity points. You're alive though. That's always cool. Clearly rapid with that desktop. That's how my mind functions and why I play so many different games at the same time. Don't worry, I'm well aware of it. It's just a note in the tutorial that pops up, so you might have skipped it or flex. Anyway, we don't need to be here right now. We need to be... Yeah, Neo, I'm doing like, I'm supposed to be doing like an X4 run, and, how much RAM is it consuming? My entire system is currently using 12 gigs. If I open processes, Starminer,
Construction completed.
about 2.5 gigs. Why am I in multiple sectors? Because, why not? I'm not going to wipe out the sectors, I'm just building these. 14.7? Could you have a memory leak then or something? Just bear in mind, I picked all mining stuff. for my initial things. Ever tried to kill a mothership yet? Well, I'm playing through the campaign, so the only mothership I've seen is the one over here. But no, we're ready to do it though. We've got the weapon on Pannonia. I do need a bit more ammo. Didn't count for the achievement. Why not? Oh, we're missing silicate. We'll get to that then. You're visiting every location and you mining all the ice for water. And I've seen 2 or 3 motherships so far. I've seen a bunch of nests. Especially around Jupiter. There's nests in both of them. Well, sorry, no, that's Loki, but I presume there's a nest in there. Io, there's a nest there. There's a nest in those 2. Game using 50 gigs at times. I've done it after I left the first campaign system, though. No, it's holding steady at 2,400 megabytes right now. Like real steady around that for me. Using 4 gigs for you? Really?
Construction completed.
More people required? I was doing a lot of ice mining, but then they changed. They actually fixed the water usage, so the water usage is halved. I'm having my drill bits mine cobalt and thorium in here. We're just stocking that up. Then the Pannonia is going to go around and help build the solar arrays. No, Neo, I haven't been able to do that either. We were looking at that as well. Oh yeah, I have no money. Okay. He was not happy for months. All colonists are dying at every station. I started trying to sell them water. They don't use it. I had an issue with that where I had to save and reload. Because
Construction completed.
my ship separated. But did not physically separated, but it separated as in it wasn't transferring resources for some reason. But I think a save and reload did fix that for me, so I don't know.
Not enough resources.
Oh, the game ones. That's funny. Hey, Jace. It is a very relaxing game, yes. Oh, thank you for the follow. I think I missed that. Is it still EA? Yeah, it only released into EA a few days ago. Except for the last part, Hooked. I'm thinking of building a node and just smashing into these so they explode. I think as a hope it'll be improved on. It needs a good bit of QOL. The UI is a bit buggy. The mission system is very buggy. Could be in EA for about a year. Yeah, maybe.
Upgrade complete.
It's been in development for a while though, right? Do you need a T2 mining laser to mine Eonite? It's a good question. Yeah, I love the automated stuff. Alt O gives you the free cam.
Construction completed.
Would have fixed a few bugs before release. That's the thing about EA releases, is that when it gets out to more people's systems, you're going to get more bugs. Like, I've seen a bunch of reports for bugs that I haven't seen. I've probably had bugs that other people haven't had. And vice versa. Nom nom nom. Good bit still left in that. Again, it's this kind of thing that I'm looking forward to launch window for. Oh, if you want to split ships in two, yeah, Control D on the module in the middle, and then boom. It's 24 of the actual panels. So when you open up your map, you'll see it here. So it's 4 sets of 6. So each panel is about 700 of each of the resources except thorium. And you have to build a central piece as well. That was a bug at the beginning. If you saved or loaded or changed system and came back after building this, it would start spinning and destroy everything, including itself. It was fun. But they patched that the next day. It's 700 because I have the costs upgrade. Maybe? Good question. I don't know. They haven't even changed systems yet. There's no rush though. So my thing is that I mined out a bunch of stuff in the first system and loaded up the Pannonia with a bunch of stuff before moving. And then we moved on and we had the resources to build stuff, and See it under tab. Well, I know I have a cost reduction. Yeah. The Panoni is half full, exactly, yeah. That's the way to do it. That's why I'm setting up like a refinery in each system. Because then even if the Panoni is not here, I can just jump in and do a few bits. Oh, that's very interesting, Branderful, yeah. So put a node on the front of the commander and put a node on the end of your station and then jump the station as part of the commander and delete the node when you get there. That is interesting, yeah. So you would merge them and then just delete the node. Cheeky. You need more energy. Make this faster.
Construction completed. Not enough resources. Construction completed.
Sorry, respond to YouTube chat as well. Can't see it on the Twitch side. So now you can jump any ship or station if you have enough battery power. Only within system, not between areas.
Construction completed.
Need the panini for that. I think you need 10,000 battery power, right? Or is it 100,000? 10,000. But these just allow you to pick them, right? Because even there it's saying can't jump low power. Respond to these. Oh my god, he's duplicating.
Construction completed.
I don't have colonists here and I don't have money right now, so I'm going to about there. So Bob here is set up that any station can send resources to Bob when he needs it. So I can jump out the Pannonia and jump it back in, and I won't have to redo the orders and stuff. Because that breaks the orders sometimes. Yeah, only the Pannonia can go between planets and stuff. Yeah. Your refining station can jump between planets. Between actual planets, though. So from Earth to Jupiter. So like, I can't jump there because I have low power. But if I click Earth, it's like, I can only jump between local sites. Yeah, that's what we're discussing in the other chat. I might look into getting emissary bots so that the other chat appears in Twitch. That might be handy for people. Just another bot. Brainstorming. Also, you know, help silly streamer play game because he don't play good. Say like my RAM usage has gone up to about 3 gigs for Starminer now, and I'm wondering, is that just like the system I'm in? How are we doing over here? Oh, you're done. Well then. Do I want silicates? I kind of do want silicates here. You're ticking over. But I mean, cobalt is just worth so much. No need to be sorry, honest mistake. Advanced backseating. We've been kind of going with the bug that Neo, wasn't it you that mentioned it? This is 1600 silicate and 200 cobalt, right? So that means it should only have 20 chunks of cobalt. Let's find out. It even says it there on the side. That if you attach to the cobalt here, it'll mine out all cobalt. There you go. It just took out it's taken out chunks of silicon, but they're going in as cobalt. Have I tried the trade ships yet? No, I have a shipyard in Jupiter, but I built a frigate. And we just built a gate in Jupiter. That's so broken? Yeah. So you can choose which resource you want. Just do that. You stopped using the mount because it was so slow? It's kind of slow, but then you don't need to do anything with it, you know? Dude, yeah, on Eonite. For example, like, this guy has been mining down here, and we've been getting thorium out of this. And I don't need to look at it anymore. That's the key to it. What do the gates actually do just for selling resources? I think so. I don't know if there's interplanetary travel between them. The wrong button. I mean, we can check. Hangar ship jump? Wait, what? Oh, that's the gate. It's not that gate. I thought you needed that gate. So that's why that updated. That's why that's saying insufficient power? I thought you needed a bigger gate. Also, there's no explanation for what that is. Because this is just an interplanetary gate. Also, it's backwards. But basically I was just gonna like do the whole trade ship thing of taking some of these pods and selling them. But again, we're getting sidetracked because we're finishing the thing here so we can move on from there. Yeah, that's the thing about the drills, is that zero crew, you can just send them to a rock and automate them, and that's all you need to do. So the gates are only for selling? It seems that way. I haven't used it though, you know? That's the key there. It looks like I can jump to Alpha Centauri from there. I thought I was supposed to be able to jump to Lalande. Just have to scan the rocks first, yeah. Indeedums. So how are we looking here? We need iron in there. Iron in there. Then in there. And some cobalt in there. This won't take that long to finish. Won't take that long to finish. Jupiter gates need solar. Oh yeah, the whole thing needs solar to jump to another area, but there is actually there's the interplanetary gate that we unlocked, that we built. That's in your research. There. But as we were going through it, when we were leveling up, I saw the thing that showed the bigger gate. That's a T1 gate, but there is like a tier 3 gate, which is the thing you see in the loading screen the whole time. And, you know, looks like that. That's why I'm worried that this is not updating. I think this is what is catching some people out, that the campaign doesn't actually tell you that this objective you get in the starting area is going to be to jump to the next system, because when you get to Jupiter Gate, there's no gate. Maybe you need all the solar and huge arrays to jump between galaxies. That is exactly what you need, yeah? It tells you here. Also, continuous power supply for mining industry and expansion. I'm curious. How many energy cells per hour? Well, it's 5,000 megawatts per cell. Don't you mean Chizoras? Some people won't get that. Okay, that one's about done. 4 cobalt are on the way. How you doing, Josie?
Construction completed.
Wait. This one won't take long. That one, yeah, a little bit. This is going to take the longest. That's the one he's focusing on. There's a crazy amount of silicates in all the zones. Again, these take a while to build, and that's gonna, again, where my critique will come in, that, you know, I'd like to have 2 sectors running at one time. Would use up all the water. Actually, I've no concern about water, especially since they changed it. Because again, like, the drill ships are not using water. So if you got one of these on water and had it transferring to a refinery, you'll never run out. Okay, they should keep any second that has your hangar ship active. Yeah, I was thinking maybe upgrade an officer to the ability and have them in the commander module or something in a sector. How do you make ships that don't need crew? You only put modules on that don't need crew. The drill node does not need crew. The Hulk node does not need crew. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Keep an eye on this. If you have a ton of crew in your cargo hold, it'll be here, and they're not doing anything except drinking your water. You do not have to fill up your ship with crew. You only have to have enough crew until this number starts ticking up. And they're spare crew. For example, Bob over here has only got 4 people on it. Therefore, he has 25 hours, 26 hours of water. Yeah, just when you're in building her Flex, at the bottom there, it'll tell you if it needs crew. So the mining laser takes 4 crew. But your refinery is 66 crew active. We went 9 on this one. My guy at Earth. Have I noticed the difference between T1 and T2 cargo ports? No. I use Tier 1s because I can fit a ton of them. Yeah, this is like 80 people on board. It still has 18 hours of water. Because it has like 3,000 water storage filled up. That's 18 hours though. With 85 people on board. Again, like, and there's a water asteroid there with another 6,500. You like the water challenge? It feels more realistic. Well, your usage seems real high. There is a tier 2 port, yes. Don't know what it does. You thought there was only a tier 2 cargo port? Oh hell no. These are all tier 1 cargo ports. And they don't use anyone. Isn't that other port for selling? The cargo port is the one for selling. Cargo, the small cargo bay doesn't need crew, transfers resources, used for selling and transferring resources. The small hangar is for the construction thingy-bobbers. If we go T2, there's the cargo bay. Same as the small cargo bay, basically. I don't know what the difference is. They seem to be a complete waste. Do they like send out bigger chunks of resources or something? I don't know. You never knew there was a tier 1 cargo port? Oh god, yeah. That's how I use my all my mining drills have like 5 of them. So they just dump out the resources. I could put more on it and it will make absolutely no difference to the build. Careful with the "or" word, because that gets auto-modded. Thanks, Twitch. The same with like my refinery, it's all small cargo bays. Because why waste a tier 2 slot? Anyway, we need to go back because we're halfway there. Well, actually, we're well more than halfway there. There has to be some sort of bonus to them, but like, you don't get stats. Like, there's my tier 1 cargo pods dumping out the resources. Why would I put a tier 2 one there when it's only going to pump out the same amount? Oh, wow, Twitch got rid of that one. Oh, Herflex did. Them's the rules we have to live by, Neo. What was I about to do? Getting there. We are getting there. Cobalt is coming from Pannonia. It'll take a minute. Yeah, but that's been the way for a decade more with that specific word and the usage. I know, I think I like the idea of being able to use maybe the Pannonia or like a command ship with an officer in a different sector to, even if it was just simulating the numbers, just so you had the option. For the carrier, I think T1 is just about options. You often have a spare T2 ports. I don't have any use for the tier 2 carrier, doesn't change the ship profile much. Yeah, that's fair. How long before Karen is a man world? Fair. Thorium is nearly added. How much thorium have we got on the refinery now? Not that much, but we do have a ton to get through, so we should probably build more refineries. But I need more crew, which means I need more money, which means I need to go to the other system to sell it. Again, which is why I'd love to be able to jump over.
Not enough resources.
I'd love to be able to jump over to the other system at this finished building, you know?
Construction completed.
How about we keep the old social commentaries and stuff out of my chat? They don't want to be going down the ranting road. All that stuff. The world is effed up enough as it is that I don't need any of that shite in here. Either way. At the end of the day, it affects my channel. You building, Bucket? Or are you trolling? No worries. No worries, Nero. Don't worry about it. Like I said before, I'll let stuff go a little while, but then I'll say, nah. No, you would never troll. How could you start trolling if you never stopped? Is that what they say? Lies and
Not
slander.
enough resources.
I control you back too, you know. But I need my coffee first. That'll affect your channel? Fair. We're not doing it in your channel. Right, we're gonna finish this now. Which would be great. Let's fire that cobalt in there. Then we're literally halfway through this. So I mean we can go to Saturn, I guess, but we'll go to Jupiter and do one there. Jesus. Bit of iron and a bit of cobalt. I think the drone is sending over the cobalt. Get her done. Jesus, it's been 3 hours already. God.
Construction completed.
Boom. Close to leveling too. Just need that iron. You would take a break? Yeah, you would. Need to redesign all your miners. I might actually add another node onto this side and get more ports. But even at that, like the 5 of them is solid enough. That's why my refinery stations usually end up having a bunch of them. See, a crew is what I need right now. That's right. That's what I was thinking.
Construction completed.
Boom, done. Still no progress on that, so we're probably building them all in the wrong areas, and it's gonna make that point known to us later. Yeah, I just have them do 100 when they get to 100 chunks, and then and play some astronauts. Nice. How's the ship combat in that now? The last time I played it, I was having really bad stuttering in it, for whatever reason. So we'll be going back to that at some point. Alright, Banderful, have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. You haven't done any of it yet? Fair. We have 76 Eonite left. Okay. The stuttering is better now. That's good. Don't really need to do anything there. I'm gonna have them focus on thorium. For a minute, we'll get it transferred over. So I should probably bring you back too. So that's shuffle and repeat on. Right.
Scan mining offline.